Hello, welcome to Black and White Pearl makeup session today.
Yeah, we are getting there. Our chemistry is there.
Slow down will do.
Right. So, welcome everyone for tuning in today, this afternoon. So, before we proceed with our session, right, before we start, so we would like, for those who are watching us live right now, to help us to like and share our video so that to more of your friends who are interested to understand about the makeup tips and tricks that we will be presenting to you today. Okay, so while everybody is doing the sharing, both of us will do our sharing as well.
Yes, share to your Facebook timeline, and we can also let your friends also have to know about the same trick and hacks that we have for our makeup also.
Yes, right. Okay, let me just share.
TikTok makeup hacks.
Oh yeah, by the way, today our topic is TikTok makeup hacks.
Yeah.
So it'll be a very fun topic to share with everybody. Right. Okay. Yep, give us a minute or two while waiting for everybody to share.
Okay, I shared mine. So there are actually a lot of I think today's inspiration, right, it came from there are actually a lot. I mean, like TikTok, usually we do a lot of scrolling on our social media, we glance through many of this posts or videos, then you will realize that actually there are some people out there who actually have very interesting hacks that is very useful for every day. So today we're just going to make use of the hacks that they were actually featured on their short video to see that it actually works out well with all our artistry makeup as well. Okay? Yeah.
So it's really interesting because all the TikTok tricks right now we saw is like some of it you might think is really like animated or even edited, but right now we are showing you live on how this trick, whether it's workable or not workable, so you will know whether this trick you can use it in the future or not.
Yeah. So you can see that right now we are all both of us are actually
barefaced.
Again, I think for the most
of the time I would think.
Yeah, we are always barefaced.
Right.
Okay, so right now, so what we were going to do is actually very simple hacks for us. I think we identified three different hacks that we find that is pretty useful for our daily makeup, day in, day out, be it wherever you go. I think these three little hacks will be something that might be quite useful. When I look at how the way it was being done, I realized that it's actually something that is very basic, but yet at the same time, many different types of sequence or makeup process, right, that we do, right? We thought that there is a certain way, conventional way of doing the makeup process, but actually just tweaking the steps, the sequence of the steps a little might give you a very different outlook. So today we're just going to try it out and see the look.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so what are we doing today, right? It's basically like what Jasmine mentioned, three different TikTok hacks. So today the main targeting area would be our foundations, as well as a problem that trouble all the girls out there whenever they are a little bit hippie, especially.
Not only all the girls out there, you see the girls here also.
We have a lot. Okay, because they say pimples. This topic, right, is wow, you have a pimple that pops out of the blue moon, right? It's very hard for you to cover it up.
Yeah, and most importantly, it's 3D.
It's a 3D bump.
Yes, so no matter how hard you cover, sometimes you just realize that, oh my god,
you can't make it 2D.
Yes. So I think pimple is something that is, most of the time when it comes at the most inevitable timing of the month.
Alright.
Most of the time when it comes and you realize that we can't possibly, because of that period of the month, that period of the month that we don't go out. We still have to go out, but able to cover our flaws very well will be something that is very important for us, so that we can still go out confident and presentable as well. Okay.
Good. And the last tip, right? The last hack that we are going to explore will be also something that is troubling a lot of people out there, especially maybe Singaporeans or ladies who have spent a night that has in a way you don't have your enough beauty sleep. And what will happen when you don't have your enough beauty sleep? The first thing that you think of would usually be your dark eye circles. So whenever you do a makeup on a foundation, dark eye circles is something that is really very hard to cover up if you don't have the proper technique. So today we'll be using the TikTok hacks that will show you how to simply cover your dark eye circles for a better overall features under your under eyes.
Yeah. And just nice, I believe these few days we have actually
Yeah.
grown, specially cultivated our dark eye circles
We are
for you
pandas
guys.
these few days.
So you can see over here. All right. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with our foundation.
Okay.
First one is the foundation hacks.
Right.
So actually, in case we get too fast or you realize that you cannot catch up with us, okay, so actually we have some we have actually provided the steps on how you can do it, okay, okay, one by one. Okay, so first one, right, is actually one thing that we miss out the most, right? Yeah, because when we're always in a hurry to go out, the only thing we just say, "Aiyah, just can already. Just take the foundation and just spread it on. As long as it's on, that's it."
Yeah,
you
don't
know.
care whether is it perfected.
Yeah, but actually that's one, right. First thing, the most important thing that they ask us to do is actually to moisturize our face. Okay, so moisturizing, right? The most important thing, of course, we must use our Hydra V. Yes, you look at this Hydra V. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So this moisturizer is something that can give you a very good booster for your hydration for your skin, for your skin also. So I think this is something that we always forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think sorry.
No.
Yeah, because I think in Singapore weather, especially summer all year long, right? Having a very dry skin, right, it's very hard for makeup to stick on and stay on for. If imagine you're working at 8 o'clock, you start doing your makeup at 6 or 7 a.m. Because makeup does need some time. And then if you have to end work at 5, 6, right? The makeup is hardly staying on your face because it's very cracky, you know. So usually what the hacks mention, right? This step we probably would have missed it. We will only finish our skincare and then we put on our sunscreen. Then our skin is not moisturized for the whole day. Yeah, so right now doing the first step is to apply the moisturizer on your face to moisturize it so that the makeup can stay.
Yeah, and don't forget your neck as well. Okay, so that the makeup on your neck can also stay on for a little longer because when we sweat, when we go outdoor,
so hot.
Can you imagine all the makeup actually melts there?
Start melting.
Yeah, so actually with this extra moisture on your face, on your skin, it helps you to hold on to your makeup longer. Yeah, so and this is so important if let's say you are an office lady also, like
aircons.
Yeah, you go aircon and then when you go out for lunch, it's outdoor and then it's so warm and hot and your makeup start melting. So these are times where when you do your moisturizer well, it actually helps you to hold on. Your skin can hold on to the makeup much longer. Okay.
Right.
So now that we are done with the makeup
moisturizing step. So the next step, okay, as you all see on our screen, the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Okay, the next step will be powder up.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is powder up?
Yeah.
So it will be doing a setting powder on your face after your makeup to make it sit before we apply our foundation and our setting spray. Okay?
Yes. So I think this is something that is a bit unconventional because when we set our makeup only when our makeup is up, right?
Yeah. Usually that's the case.
But now this one, right, it actually changes the sequence of your makeup a little bit in order to give a better wearability of your makeup. So let's try it now to see how well it can actually stick on our makeup for our foundation also.
Right.
Okay,
so this is our setting exact fit loose powder.
Yeah, so we're going to use all the products that we're using now is using from Artistry. Okay, so this is our Artistry exact fit perfecting loose powder. Okay, the one she's holding is the light color. The one I'm holding is actually the medium color.
Medium color, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I look toner. I look tanner.
Toner.
So definitely I'm actually using the medium color. Okay.
For me, I'll be using the light color. Okay.
Yep.
Right. So
and to make it easy,
I use a brush.
Yeah, for me too. I will actually use a brush.
I'll just dab on the brush and then just apply it on the face after I put on the moisturizer.
So it's very simple. All you do is to just pour it in here, okay, and use a big brush. Okay, like this, okay. And then you just simply just brush it across your whole face. Yeah,
including the neck.
Yes, so that your makeup can actually hold on much longer. Actually, it's very interesting to
Just a
see all these makeup hacks that people have. It's just like these are little, small little
After they
tips.
explore
Yeah,
their
but
makeup.
sometimes it helps you solve a lot of like makeup issues that we have. Then we don't have to actually go and touch up our makeup so much. Because I think one of the thing is that I think ladies' bag are usually quite heavy, right?
Yeah, especially if you have to bring so much makeup to touch up just your foundation or what, your eyes, your lips, your nose,
Yeah.
everything. Wow, it's so heavy, you know.
Yes, and usually when it becomes so heavy, right? It actually adds on to it feels like when you go out, you're dressed nicely, you are very your makeup is already very
On point.
very on point, right? But you just have to lug something that's very heavy and makes you slouchy, and the entire posture is like that. The how you carry yourself becomes very very heavy, and it does not brings out the look that you really want. So
Correct.
actually, if this kind of makeup has really come in very handy for all of us, I guess, and we are just proving to show how whether it works out for all of us.
Yep. Yay. Oh, by the way, for those who are watching us live, if you have any questions, right, or you can just join us right now at your comfort of your home and then start doing the makeup hacks like us also. Because I've seen comments like from Cindy Ong. She said, "Wow, I want to learn the TikTok hacks too." And really, I think she also has the same dark eye circles, probably like us, like
Yeah.
the panda effect.
Yeah. So stay on,
Stay on.
watch
Okay,
watch
we will.
on. We are going to do the covering of the eye circles later. Okay, so right now we are still at our foundation step.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are just done with the powder up.
Right.
Okay, after powdering up,
The
okay,
next step is
the next step is actually
setting spray.
yes, add the setting spray. Okay, so we actually have our makeup setting spray over here. Okay, this actually helps to give you the additional moisture that your skin actually needs. Okay, this is also something that is very different because most of the time when we are doing our makeup setting, right, either we use the powder or we use the makeup setting spray. We use either one of it, but this one requires us to use both. And also before we actually put the foundation. So I think this one is something that is very interesting.
It's very new, I would think.
Yeah,
it's
very,
not our
very new.
routine steps.
Yeah. Okay, so right now, right after all of this, then we go for our primer.
Right.
Okay. So for for artistry, there are actually many different types of primer.
Correct.
Okay, what we see, I think for myself, right, is more of the exact fit. This is my favorite lah. Or if you have been following my makeup video, you should know that I have always loved the exact fit beauty bar perfecting primer because this one, right, I think it gives me a very good I've been using this for a very long time and I love the kind of matte outlook that it actually gives to me. You don't really need a lot for this primer, okay, just like this, okay, this amount, okay, over here, okay, and you just have it very well thinly spread out throughout your face will do. Okay, so normally I'll just put it like, like how you put your moisturizer actually, to make sure that there's an even coverage eventually.
So for I'm a little bit different from Jasmine. The primer that I love a lot, right, is this new brand of primer. Yeah, this not new brand, a new series that's recently launched last month only. So this is our 2-in-1 Perfecting Matte Primer by our Artistry Studio Shanghai edition. So for myself, because my skin is more of the oily type, so I choose the matte finishing primer, and this is how it looks like. So I usually put this primer. It does look like a very sunscreen color. Okay, so I just, same as Jasmine, I'll just apply it throughout the whole face for it to be the pre-foundation step. Yeah. Now this primer is really very good. It's like almost finishing.
Yeah.
For my face, because my face is too big, I need more of that. Or my face is a bit too much holes. I need to prime more.
I don't think so. I think it's more of like you like. I think it's because that you make up almost every day.
True.
And you are dutifully, do up all these primer steps such that it gives you so much better outlook for your foundation.
Overall,
Yeah. And this one, right, I particularly love this a lot, this primer steps a lot, because I also do it on my eyes as well. Okay, because for my eyes, right, I like it because sometimes some of the makeup products might only be suitable for the face, but not so much one product that it can be also used for your eyes as well. So I think this is something that is quite good for me because my eyes technically as you can see, is actually much darker than the rest of my face. So doing the primer step can actually help to make even out the skin color on the eyelid.
Yeah, and for the eye color to be put on much more easier to be
Mm.
to apply on for further longer lasting coverage as well. If not, because sometimes your eye color is really more pigmented, or even especially for us, right, we have oily eyelids. The eye color doesn't really stay for a long period of time. So with a primer step, it does really help to make it more even out color, and then the eye color itself also can stay for a longer period of time. Yep, I'm done with my primer.
Yeah, I'm also done with my primer. Okay, so right now, right, before we actually put the foundation, do you remember that we actually say during certain period of the month
About that.
girls always have that
week.
And the most irritating thing about the wig is, apart from cramps, apart from paint,
Achings, and then
Yeah.
I have a lot of zit outbreaks, pimples.
yes,
That's what I hate
so
the
many, and it's so unpredictable because you do not know where it will land on
Correct.
and how big it will be.
And
Yeah.
how many will we have?
Yes, so there are times where you just pop up somewhere, just when you wake up you realize that, oh my god, there's such a big pimple over there.
Right.
So but you are going out already, so so basically this is like helping you to know how to actually cover up your pimple more effectively also. Okay, so one thing is that, of course, to cover up something, what is the most important thing?
For makeup per se,
Yes.
it's concealer.
Yes.
Conceal here, conceal there.
Yeah, concealer is a wonderful
Invention.
product invented, because whatever you need to conceal, whatever you need to cover, whatever flaws that you have, just use concealer.
Yeah, it
Your
can
concealer,
solve everything.
yes. And this is a die must, when you go out, right, ladies definitely must have concealer in your bag. Yeah, whenever you realize that certain of the parts that you cover, right, suddenly the makeup melted already, just use concealer and just patch it back, right? You realize that you're as good as original, as good as you were in the morning.
It's a good touch-up tool that we need to have in our
Yes,
pouch every time.
definitely. Okay.
Yep.
So actually, this makeup hack that we saw, right, is actually very simple.
Yes.
It's very simple. It's about dapping the concealer. Okay, like how we normally do. Like you can see, I have a pimple here and also
I
here.
have a lot here as well.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is just tap on it, like this, at the spots where you have the flaws and pimples.
Oh no! After I dab, I realized like my face a lot need to be dabbed.
Yeah. So you look like us, like
thing to cover.
yeah. So like this, okay? And then what you do is you just blend it like this. Like this. Blend it together. Okay, like that. And then the most important thing, I think this is the most critical step that we always make up, because when we are rushing to get out, right? When we put on concealer already, what we do, we immediately put on our foundation. But actually, this hack is very simple. It just tells you must give it some time to dry, for your concealer to dry, such that your skin can actually take on the concealer and actually make it to be able to blend in together with your foundation also. Okay, so you can see that actually while we are talking, we're actually waiting for it to be dry up, because especially this kind of liquid concealer. Yeah, so this kind of liquid concealer, right? Usually you have to wait up to about 2 to 3 minutes, okay? 2 to 3 minutes for it to dry up before you actually put on your foundation. Yeah, okay? So this is the part on the pimples
coverage.
Yep. Yeah, so while we are actually this one, I think is very simple, but I think that it kind of makes sense, because most of the time when we are doing it too fast and we are in such a hurry to get out, right, we realize that we don't give it enough time, and the foundation, when you just put on your foundation over it, you will just erase off, you'll just wipe it off your concealer.
It cover it over, and then the concealer don't take the effect that it's supposed to take.
Yeah. So as we are talking now, you realize that it's about 2 to 3 minutes.
It's a bit dry already, as I can see on my mirror.
You can see that from the liquid state, now it's become more
powdered form,
more powdered. Yes. Okay, so right now, right, actually we have one more to show you guys, which is like what Cindy have actually Cindy have actually shared, she's looking forward for the wanting to cover your dark eye circles, right? Okay. So very simple actually. Covering your dark eye circles also need your concealer. Like what I said, concealer is really one of the best makeup inventions
That
ever.
ladies would
Yes.
love it.
Because
Can't
no
do
matter
without.
how you put it, right? Okay, maybe you can for those who are actually viewing our video now, okay, you can actually put down your how you actually how do you actually cover up your own dark eye circles and also cover your pimple. Maybe you can share your own personal hacks with us also. Maybe it works very well for you guys. And maybe you can share with us also, because so that everyone can also learn to be made together.
With a simple tips and tricks, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, normally lah for myself, right, before I actually saw this hack, right, normally when I put on my concealer, I'll just whack off. Wherever it's dark, wherever the color is not right, just put. Just do it. Yeah. So that's the fastest way for me to put on my concealer actually. So what I will do is, right, I will just take out my light medium exact fit concealer by Artistry, and then I'll just whack over here, and then whack over here.
The whole eye bag area.
Yes,
right?
it's just the whole eye area is full of the concealer also. Okay, so for this one, I think it's very, very convenient the way that they do it.
And you won't need to use so much of the product,
Yeah.
actually. So can help you to save a little bit of money and have the same coverage as well. So I think we should really explore this option.
Yes.
Right?
So now me and ShiYun will also show how it's actually being done.
Okay, so how it is done, right? It's very simple. It's as you see on the slide, right? It says apply concealer on the inner corner of your under eye, which is near to your nose, right here, this area. Yeah, just have to apply a little bit instead of being a full triangle like what Jasmine always usually did. Yep. So we just apply at the corner, a little bit like that.
Yep.
Like that. Okay.
Like this.
On both your eyes lah. Balance it out. Okay. Okay. Done. So funny.
Yeah.
Okay, after the like two piece of white color thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and after the inner eye, right, the second step will be apply concealer to the outer corner, which is the end of your eye. Same thing, you take your concealer, then you dip at the outer eye. Also 2 lines. So remember, the in front one line, the behind one line as well. Okay, so you don't need to apply one whole big chunk of triangle then. Okay. In, out. My God, looks so funny.
No, now we look funny. Later we'll look
We'll look pretty later.
Yes. Okay, so it's just
Right,
like
I'm
this.
done.
Yeah, me too.
In, out.
Yes.
No need too much of your product.
Mm.
Supposed to, like previously, we do a triangle shape, which we covered the whole patch here.
Yep.
Okay, so the next step we need to do is, okay, like we mentioned just now, concealer need a little while for it to be a little bit more dry. And as we speak, right, it's getting a little bit more dry from the front part. Yeah. If you don't apply so much, right, it will dry even faster than when you wet a lot too much on the eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we wait a while more, or
Yes, of course. We wait a while more also.
for it to be more powdery?
Yeah. So maybe we can look at the
Our Facebook comments.
Yeah. No, you can share with us how you're actually put lots of concealer to cover what?
Which one? Cover
Below the last one.
below. Yeah.
Oh, by Janet. She said, yeah, I used to put in a lot of concealer to cover my dark eye circle.
Oh, and one thing about dark eye circles, right? About dark, this word, right? Sometimes your spots also you can use the same way.
Yes.
Because dark eye circles and spots, right, usually are the darker pigmentation that sits in your skin over time as we age lah. So by applying this eye concealer hack, right, you can use it on your spots as well, the black spots. So it actually does help to cover it as well. Right.
I think this is like a really
Almost dry.
good. Yeah, I see the one that we put for our pimples is almost there.
The pimple one is like totally dry.
Yeah, it's totally dry and
Not
it's
sticky
well
already.
covered. At least the redness is not so obvious,
Yeah,
as you can
obvious, right.
see. Yeah. So actually, sometimes all you need is just another 2-3 minutes. Yeah, sometimes you just give your face a bit of 2-3 minutes, and it
absorb
actually
the
can
product.
give you
More
a foundation that is good.
Yeah, a more perfected look,
yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, because when you're doing makeup, right, the most important thing is your foundation.
Yes.
Foundation is the key. It's
like-
not how what color you actually use
Correct.
or what color that is amazingly or what is trendy. But without a good foundation, no matter what color you put, right,
It won't
show.
express it out. It won't
Yeah.
show the beautiful of the colors that you add on
Yes.
further.
Yeah.
So basic foundation is really very important, like what Jasmine mentioned. Right. Okay. So for those who are watching us live right now, right? Oh, do remember we have our Telegram chat pinned in the comments below as well. So if you guys who are watching us would like to know more tips and tricks, or even want to join us physically here in the loft, to try out all the tricks, hacks, or even any makeup styles, you can just join our Telegram group chat, and also you can talk to us. We can communicate in the group chat as well.
Yes.
Right?
And one of the best thing is that you can also you can also click onto the Telegram chat, and as long as you need any of our makeup advice or anything that you want to know about all the makeup products that we actually use, as you can see that most of our for all of our makeup session we actually use artistry. Yeah, because this artistry brand, right, is something that this brand has been existing around for a very long
50 over
time,
years?
50 over
Yeah.
years, and it has been improving all its makeup products such that it becomes very, very good to use. And you look at all this
packaging, so
packaging,
young, you see, and so
Yeah.
trendy with the black white combinations.
yeah, and the way that they package their items, right, it's so convenient for you to bring it out. It's not that big, it's not that bulky, but
not bulky.
yeah, and you put it inside your makeup pouch. It makes it so easy for us to bring it out and touch our makeup anytime.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Okay, I think we are quite done with our concealer. So all that we have to do now is to blend. Yeah. So actually, we use our cushion, BB cushion powder, exactly BB cushion powder.
Cushion.
Okay, and there's this teardrop sponge. Okay, and what we do is just blend it
For the
mix
whole
it.
eye, right?
Yeah.
Under eye.
Yeah, under eye.
Okay. Wow. I think it shows coverage like the pimple portion just now.
Yeah, because I realized there are times where we are in a rush, right? Some of the colors may not, actually the dark color may not cover very well, especially for the front, for myself, the front part, because my front, the first 1/3 right of my eye, right, is actually darker, much darker than the rest. So when I realized that when I'm spreading it out, I realized that it's quite even, as you can see here, very evenly spread out. Yeah. I quite like
it's quite good actually.
Yeah, this hack is really quite good.
Yeah, I think the hack, the main point of this hack, right, is wait for it to dry.
Yeah.
Plus
I
you don't
think
need
it's
so much.
really about the waiting part. Yeah, it really makes a difference. Even though you see, this is like something that is very important because even if it's just using the same product that you have buy, but with this kind of hacks, just change a bit of the sequence, just change and also giving it some time to dry up, right? You can realize that the makeup can become very different even though you are just using the same products also.
It's really quite amazing, because usually we don't do it this way. So we realize that wow, this is really quite helpful.
Yeah, this is really quite helpful for the dark under eye circle.
Yeah, is it obvious?
Yeah,
quite obvious, I think.
Yeah, you can see that the coverage is quite good.
And it's not that cakey.
Yeah. Wow, this one is really quite a good thing.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's very amazing for this one. Okay. So now going back to our last step for the foundation hack, okay? So for the foundation hack, right, it's just all that we have finished, the concealer or even the all the concealer I've actually set in round. Now we are all ready to put our foundation.
Yes.
Okay, so we have just mentioned the exact fit cushion over here. Okay, so we're going to use this foundation and do the last layer of coverage,
which is basically after all the priming lah, all the concealing lah. This is our basic foundation color. So for me, right, I'll be using this Youth Artistry Youth Extend. It's another kind. This is a liquid foundation. Okay. So for this, because there's a wide range of series of color, so I've chosen this color called L1W1. The name is called Buff. It's quite suit to my skin lah. So I'll just apply this liquid foundation on my skin, right? So this color suits me better.
Actually, it somehow, right, it makes the blending so much easier also.
With the concealer, is it?
Yeah, with the concealer dry out already, actually you realize that you don't have to put that much of foundation just because there is some uncovered
Areas that you need to spam and
yeah, you realize that you can just lightly go over it and it looks good, the coverage.
yeah, I think
It also saves on your foundation also, I realize. Yeah, because most of the time, sometimes when we are in a rush, then when we are using this kind of cushion, right, we just keep pressing.
oh yeah, like the color just don't sit on your eye, right? Then you keep dabbing for more.
Yeah.
And then all it gets stuck in your sponge or your blender.
Yeah, and if you have like double eyelids, you realize that when you put a lot of all this foundation onto your eyes, you know, if you are someone with double eyelid, you realize that there's a lot
A line.
there's a
A
line
crease.
there, and all the foundation are actually stuck at the double eyelid there.
The crease, right?
Yes, the crease over there. But right now, I think it's very comfortable, the whole outlook for the makeup.
Yeah, and I think not having a too thick foundation is also quite good.
It looks
It's still
natural.
it looks natural and dear to your skin, and also your skin can still breathe even with your foundation being put on.
Yeah. Okay, not forgetting our neck also. Our neck is also somewhere where we have to
Take care.
yeah. Okay. So actually there are many different creative ways to actually we can do on our foundation to make it look better. Yeah.
And not only sticking about makeup, right? It's not about sticking to one technique or one way of doing it. Because as we put on makeup daily, right? Makeup is not a kind of vanity already. It's kind of an essential thing where you have to protect your skin from the harmful pollutants and things like that outside. So once you get used to your makeup daily, right, you will find out some shortcuts way to make it look better in a shorter period of time. Because all of us are really rushing for work and things like that. And so it's really quite cool. So for those who are watching us live right now, right, if you all have any tips and tricks that you all have explored over your years of makeup, right, do share with us. Probably it's something new to us, but it's very I mean, it's you are using it every day, but it might be new to for us, right?
I think one important thing is that even though there are many makeup hacks out there, but at the end of the end point, right, makeup hacks is something that makes it very convenient, but at the same time, you also need very good makeup products in order to complete the story. And Artistry is one such brand that can give you that complete story also. Because as you can see, the way where we use our makeup product, you really also don't have to use a lot. With or without the makeup hacks, actually, all these products is the way that we apply, right, is very fast, very easy, and very convenient. And the kind of feeling that it gives on your skin, right, it's not it's very unburdened. It feels very light, and the kind you can just feel like it's as good as, you know, like we have applied so many things.
But you don't feel
anything.
readable, and
Yes.
then it's light.
Yes.
It's not like wow, you have a thick layer of cement on your like, you know, it's not so thick to the extent that previously I used some makeup brands, right? It's really like your skin cannot breathe. You feel like it's very thick, like very heavy on your skin.
Yeah.
Like the moment you sweat, right, then all the thing will go off.
And the thing now, you see that even though it is very light, right, but you realize that when you go out, the coverage is very good, and at the same time, right, the wearability itself, as long as you get your steps doing your makeup right, Artistry can also be a the makeup actually holds on. The wearability of the makeup is really very good also. Yeah. So right now, right, as we were talking about, then we are actually done with our foundation hacks already. Right. Yes. So these are 3 simple hacks that we actually realized, and I personally after trying out the 3 hacks, I think I really like the eye circle one. Yeah.
And the pimple is I think I got a strong feel for that.
Because I never realized, because in for the longest time ever, right, when I was doing my to cover up my dark eye circles, I think the only I think that I only thought of was to boah.
To spam.
Yeah, it's like really cement over the.
Imagine your eyes.
Yeah. Because you just realize that it's very dark, man. Then you want to make it very even out. Then you just put more. I think this is like a common thing. I think it's a common makeup habit that most of us have also. But I realized that just by those 2 stroke only, 2 gentle stroke only,
and plus 2 minutes waiting time.
yeah. I think that 2 minutes waiting time is really yes. The 2 minutes waiting time is really worthwhile.
Yes.
So really, even if you are using this kind of liquid concealer, right? Really, just give it some time to sit in to your skin.
Yeah.
It really works well, very well. As you can see, the dark eyes circle. Oh my god, I really like the.
You can see. Oh yeah, you really like your coverage. It's quite good actually.
Yes.
It's even out already.
Yeah.
Not previously last week I saw you. It's wow a lot. Now it's like your 2 lines settled it already.
Yeah, so you realize I really like the dark eye circle hacks also. Yeah, I think this is something that I will continue using lah.
Yeah.
So for those who have actually who is viewing our live right now, right? You can also try out the hacks that we actually share with you guys, and you can also share with us what your experience with us and how all these things will actually how it actually helped you also. Yeah. So I think today we have actually shared what we have prepared for you and how you find the tips really useful for you guys. Okay, so we will see you next week also at the same time, same channel.
Same place at Artsphere 1969.
Yes, Artsphere 1969 also on Sunday at 3 p.m. Okay, so thank you and goodbye.
Bye bye. Stay with us next